Hi, it's Paul with In the Black Consulting, and today I'm going to show you how to run an AR aging detailed report from QuickBooks Online for import into NetSuite as part of the loading of open AR transactions. Okay, so to start, we will go to Reports, scroll down to Accounts Receivable Aging Detail, and click here. And so here we have the AR aging detail with the date, transaction type, number, customer, due date, amount, and open balance. So we're going to get rid of the amount column because we really want the open balance in case there are any situations where we've received a partial payment. So to do that, we'll click the settings wheel, and then you can unclick amount, click outside there, and then be sure and be running this as of the go live date, and then click the export to Excel box. Now we have our AR aging detail report in Excel. So we're going to manipulate this and get the report into a nice tabular format. So to start, I'm going to make a copy of the original sheet. Give this a new name. We'll remove headers and put Control N to get quickly down to the footer. Delete all that. We'll remove column A. Add a quick filter. Sort by the customer name, and then remove all these extra spacer rows. A good check to validate that your data is still complete is to sum the open balance column. You can click sum in the bottom right corner, and then check on the original tab and make sure the amounts still match. In our case, they do, and so we know that our data is complete. Okay, now we have our formatted data and we're ready to add in the NetSuite segment values into our spreadsheet. So I've labeled what the original QuickBook column is here in row 1 and then how it corresponds to the NetSuite column. In our case, all of our transaction types are invoices and we have our original QuickBook customer names here. We've got the QuickBooks date, which will correspond to the date that we load into NetSuite. We have our original invoice number, the due date. We've updated the open balance column to now be the amount because this is the amount that we're expecting our customers to pay us after we load the data into NetSuite. And then we've added 4 additional fields that we'll need to load into NetSuite. First, we have our AR account ID. So this is the internal ID for your accounts receivable account. I like to load everything with internal IDs because I think it's easier. There's less room for mistakes than trying to use the full name for the account. I'm also using the item ID. So this is the suspense account item that is linked to our suspense open AR account. And so this will drive the credit side of the invoice transaction that we're creating. I'm also assigning the accounting posting period. So that will ensure that every transaction, regardless of the transaction date, will fall in the May 2022 accounting period. This is nice in case you have any transactions that cross fiscal years, just to ensure that the activity from loading the open transactions all impacts one accounting period. And then finally, we need to add the name ID. So I'm going to show you how to do this with a VLOOKUP. So we're going to use the VLOOKUP formula. We're going to use our original customer name. I've added a segment map tab that's showing how the QuickBooks name corresponds with our NetSuite names. I'm going to add 3 But now we have the internal ID for each name. And so similar to what we're doing with the account and item, we'll assign, um, we'll upload and tag the internal ID instead of the name. The spreadsheet with the added NetSuite segment values should be ready for upload into your NetSuite account. Your implementation team should be able to advise you on the step-by-step process for uploading those standard templates into NetSuite. If you enjoyed watching this video, I'd encourage you to check out my implementation page, follow me on LinkedIn, or sign up for my blog. And feel free to contact me if you have any specific questions. Thanks again for watching.